Hi, everyone. I hope that you're having a great week. And today I wanted to chat with you a little bit about how I create my prices. So, this is one of the things that we're talking about inside of Fearless Fundamentals this month. And Fearless Fundamentals is a 6-month program for people that need to start or relaunch their business. Excuse me. And this month, they're really talking about business models. And so I thought that would also be a great topic for this month's mini mastermind, which will be next week. So you can join me live on Thursday, or you can watch the replay where we talk about how to create a business model that really supports your long term sustainability. So today we're specifically going to talk about pricing. This is something that I get a lot of questions about, and so I thought that it would be helpful to share a few things with you. So when it comes to pricing, the way that I price my offers really comes down to a few things, and these are key things that you need to remember when it comes to pricing your offers. The first one is value is always determined by the client. So we often put a lot in thinking about how much our services are going to cost. I know that in the back of our heads, we're like, what are people going to pay? Like, how can I price this thing to be so perfectly that people will say yes and I'm guaranteed to make money? Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way because people determine whether something is valuable and it's related to how badly they need something. So if I desperately need a haircut and I feel like a haircut is going to make me look so much better, make me feel so much better, then I'm willing to do what it takes to get that haircut. If I just feel like, I could use a haircut, be fine, but maybe not, then it's not that important to me. So I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm not going to book an appointment. I'm not willing to pay more money. So you get what I'm saying. When there's something that you really, really want and you're so freaking sure that it's going to give you the result that you want, you're willing to pay money for it. So you determine the values. What's important to you, what is valuable to you is not going to be the same as it is for someone else. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I just don't know, I can't put this thing out there, I can't do this, whatever, you're really worried about finding the perfect price, don't really worry about that. Let me get into numbers 2 and 3 of what you really need to know about pricing, and let that be more of a determiner than trying to figure out what is the perfect price for someone else to pay, because it's going to be so vast and so different. Now, the part that you can have some power over, the part that you can do something about, is in establishing the value through your content. So, here again, what's really valuable is always going to depend on the person. But if your content addresses the number one problem that someone wants to solve, and then it also tells them how you are the perfect person to solve that problem, they are going to feel like this offer is worth it because it's what I need. So you can't judge what someone else is going to think and what they're going to think is valuable and what's important to them. But when you know your ideal client, you know exactly the thing that's keeping them up at night. You know the problem that they want to solve, and you can use your content to establish the value of the service you offer. So it's really not about the pricing. It's about knowing who your client is and having content that it was really clear about exactly who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. So, number 2, the thing that you need to know about pricing is that you can always raise your prices. And there's no limit to what that increment is and how often you can do it. In fact, I often use price increases as a marketing incentive. So, I'm sure that you all have seen the things where it's like, act now if you want to get free shipping, or this deal goes away, or but wait, and those type of things. So the purpose behind that marketing tactic is that often we won't take action if we don't feel a sense of urgency. So we can be 100% bought in, we can think that we love this, we want this, but we may save it for later, we may add it to our Pinterest board. And so having this sense of urgency often makes people get off the fence, right? But the thing is, you can use your prices for this. So to me, this feels like a really just a more natural kind of way of doing things. It doesn't seem very, jargony, flashy, pressure, whatever. And basically, you just say, hey, this is my price right now, but I am doing so well that I'm going to raise my prices. So if you want to get in at the current price, you have a week to sign up. And that's just you helping them, because you're going to raise your prices even so, right? You're going to raise your prices no matter what. But then you're also giving your people, so people that have saved, pinned, liked, commented, um, responded to your email, whatever it is, you're giving them that little sense of urgency that they need to go ahead and make a commitment to solving the problem that they want to solve. So you can always raise your prices. There is no increment amount. There's no there's no time. So let's say that you start off with an offer and you decide to raise it by $100 every quarter. You could totally do that. You could go from having an offer that's $300 to an offer that's having that is $1,000. It's totally up to you. And the last thing is that you want to make sure that you're pricing things that feel good to you, which is why you need to remember that you can always increase your prices. It doesn't matter how often, there's no increment. It's not like a certain set thing that you have to do or something that you don't have to do. So let's say that you are starting off with a new offer and you feel like comparatively it should be a certain price. And people are like, girl, you better charge what you're worth. What are you doing? You need to charge this. You need to charge that. I hate that. I feel like that is not good advice. I think that you need to pick a price that feels good to where if you're on a sales call and someone says, okay, well, how much is this investment? You don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so scared to tell this person how much it is because I don't think they're going to buy. Where you like wait and breathe. You're almost hoping that they don't ask you and you could just like slide it into their inbox in an email. If that's the way you feel, you are not going to be successful at sales. You're just not, because people can feel that and that makes them question. They're like, oh, does she not think that it's worth us? Right? So we don't want that. But if the person says, okay, well, tell me what the investment is, and you're thinking, this service is so freaking good, it's a steal. Like, this is such a good deal. You've got to do this. It's only whatever it is. You're going to sell so much more about that because you're going to be so excited. You're going to be so excited to tell them and about what you do, but then also to tell them how much it's going to cost them because you feel like they're getting such a great deal. Now, the other side of that is when you think, well, I'm just going to price it so low that people are like, there's no way I can't do this. That also is going to push away clients because you are going to feel resentful. You're going to feel like, as much as you're doing it because you want clients, you actually don't want those clients because you feel like you're doing more work than you're actually getting paid for. So let's just recap. You need to set a price for your product that feels good to you. So think about like, man, I'd feel good. Like, I'd feel good. I'd totally do this work for whatever amount of money and, maybe add a little bit more to it. Knowing that after you've gotten some confidence and you've gotten some clients, you're going to feel like, wow, I need to raise my prices because I'm awesome at this. Then raise your price. Or you're also going to feel like I'm amazing at this and should raise my prices when you get full. So it's really about you and the energy of what you're doing and knowing that you're really good at this because you can always raise your prices and you can even use that to get even more clients because you know that the number one thing that you need to know about setting prices is that the client determines the value, not you. And the way that you can do that and make your whole sales process easier is in using your content to be really clear about your ideal client's number one problem that they want to solve and letting them know how amazing you are at solving the problem, why you are the perfect person to help them solve this problem. So if you would like to know more about pricing and you're really interested in business models and all of the things, so you've got a business and you're either coming out of corporate and you want to take all of your experience and expertise and build an amazing business, or maybe you just need to relaunch your business. Maybe you started it and just not getting the kind of success that you want to have. Fearless Fundamentals is a great way to do that. It's a 6-month program, and I will be starting that again soon, so you can sign up and get on the wait list. Waitlist people get an extra discount. And if you were thinking, wow, I would love to feel really confident about my services, I would like to have some help making sure that everything is structured in the right way, then I would love to work with you in my 6-week marketing intensive. We take one part of your business that you really want to know how to market. We set up a sales funnel, but better than that, we set up a sales system so that you always know that when I do A, I get B. Of course, B is clients, right? Because we all want to get clients and be able to serve more people. So I'll put those 2 links in this post below. If either one of those services sound like exactly what you need, then I would love to work with you.